Maybe you have enjoyed yourself at the Pungo Strawberry Festival last week. The bottom line is you may now have quite a few berries in your kitchen that you just don't know what to do with.
Well, after you've had a few bowls with sugar on top, the question remains, what in the world do you do with all of those strawberries? The Vintage Tavern in Suffolk is stepping up to give us a great recipe for the Rusty Box for a dessert using, you guessed it, strawberries. All right, you've spent the evening making dinner. Now it's time to think about dessert. And this is one that you can make in your own kitchen. We're joined by pastry chef Kenny Reynolds from the Vintage Tavern in Suffolk. Thanks for joining us today.
No problem at all. When you have a great strawberry, you're really looking for it to be red all the way through. It gets us really excited about the spring and going into the summer, We're going to start with the flour. Have a cup and a half of flour. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. In sweet desserts, sometimes we use salt to make it a little bit savory. It brings out the sweetness in some dishes. Orange zest. That's just going to give the biscuit a nice aroma and scent coming out of the oven. And then you'll just mix it up with a whisk. Sometimes we make an olive oil biscuit here, but today we're going to use butter. This is 1.5 ounces of butter. And this is where it gets kind of messy, so maybe you can have the kids help with this or something. It's really fun. Basically, we just want to cut the butter into the flour. Just kind of using your hands and smearing it around a little bit. That's 1/3 cup of brown sugar. We just want to mix that right on in with the rest of it. Then we'll make a little bit of well, a little well for your wet. This is 3/4 cup of buttermilk. And we're going to use a spoon and just go in there. And with biscuits, you don't want to mix too much. That's when you have a tough biscuit, is when you mix it and mix it. So you just want to go over it lightly. I just always have bench flour laying around, That's just the flour you use to keep things from sticking. I'm just going to lightly dust it with flour. Then I'm going to just fold the biscuit. This is where you don't overwork it, because you want to just fold it. By folding it, you're creating layers to the biscuit, which is going to make it nice, light, and fluffy. And you want to dust the flour between each fold. You only got to fold it maybe, 5-6 times. You'll see when the dough starts to come together. You can just mash it down with your hand. You're just going to take your everyday biscuit cutter, put some flour on it, cut the biscuit out. And we're going to butter them on the top, and we're going to put them in an oven at 350 degrees. For about 8 minutes. Now that's 350 on a convection oven. If you don't have a convection oven, you might want to turn the temperature up about another 25-50 degrees. You might want to go at 400. Now we're going to make the sweetened ricotta. You can get the ricotta at the supermarket. And basically we're just going to sweeten it with a little bit of wildflower honey. About 1 teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of honey for about 1/4 cup of ricotta. Basically you just want to mix that together. Now when the biscuit comes out of the oven, I like to sprinkle it with a little mixture of cinnamon and sugar. Here's your biscuit. We're going to split it in half. We're going to put some of that sweetened ricotta on both sides. And basically we're just going to put this thing together just like a sandwich. We just half the strawberries. We sprinkled them with a little powdered sugar and a squeeze of orange juice. Make sure you get some of that nice juice and liquid that was setting in the strawberries. You want to do the strawberries ahead of time so they have a chance to juice. Garnish it with a little fresh mint that we grow in our garden outside. And that's our strawberry shortcake with sweetened ricotta.
Now I know the strawberries are the star for this dish, but that biscuit recipe was really good and fairly easy.
It was easy. All right, so I may have popped my last can of biscuits open when you peeled it. Bang!
Try it, let me know.
It's kind of fun,
happened.
though. Okay, if I ever try it, I promise I will.
Catch the video again along with a shopping list and step-by-step how-tos online, fox43tv.com. There we also have a sit-down chat with the chef, Kenny Reynolds.
All right, right now John is about to have a little stand-up chat with Kaylin, our kid caster.